Yo, this is Talk E. Welcome to the Locker Room. Talk nothing but basketball. Now, of course, there's no games going on that last night or the night before. There's no NBA games that went on. There's no playoff games that went on. There's nothing that really happened yesterday besides some, draft guys, coming into the season next year that basically just opted out the NBA draft and went to other programs and stuff like that. But what I'm here to talk about is the preview of the Nuggets versus Heat. So today, ladies and gentlemen, is game one. And it's not any game one. It's not game one of the first round of the playoffs. It's not game one of the second round of the playoffs. It's not game one of the Eastern Conference or Western Conference finals. It's not game one of the NBA regular season. This is game one of the NBA Finals. And we have the Miami Heat going up against the Denver Nuggets. Who would have ever thought this was going to happen? A Heat versus Nuggets Finals? I know I don't never imagined this in my life. I don't know who would have, but I couldn't. So that means let's talk about some matchups. First things first, we have playoff Hemi Butler, the man, the myth, the legend himself, allegedly Michael Jordan's son. Well, we don't even know that for sure, but allegedly, he's playing like it. I mean, the man damn near unstoppable when he wants to be. The only thing that guards him is himself, honestly. Whenever he decides not to be ultra aggressive, then that's when he loses, and that's really him. It's not on anybody else. Nobody's stopping him. Nobody can really get the credit for that. We have Jamal Murray. My fault. Playoff Jamal Murray, who's another one of these guys who tries to turn it up in the playoffs and start acting up in the playoffs like he couldn't do this in the regular season. Like they just make the playoffs look so much easier than the regular season, and it's really not. So these two matchups are going to be interesting. Let's talk about them real quick. Now, I don't know if Jimmy Butler is going to be guarding Jamal Murray the whole time. Now, I don't know if he's going to be guarding Jamal Murray even for one quarter every game. But I do know there's going to be points in this game where these two are going to be matched up together, where Jimmy Butler is going to guard Jamal Murray. Now, on the other side, I know for a fact Jamal Murray is not guarding Jimmy Butler. I don't care what everybody says. I don't know what type of defense everybody swears that Jamal Murray plays, but against Jimmy Butler is not happening. Never, ever, ever, ever. And this is why this matchup is amazing. So, Jamal Murray's shots in the playoffs, I don't know if you guys been watching them, last three series that the Nuggets have been in, but when the ball leaves his hand, I promise you, it feels like 9 times out of 10 is gonna go in the basket. I mean, he hit some heartbreaking shots in that Suns series. He hit some devastating and season-ending shots in the Lakers series. I mean, he is there to take your heart out the game. Even if he has 15 points, if the Nuggets are winning, I promise you those 15 points are super timely, super clutch, and it's just like so heartbreaking. Like, those shots that every time you go in, all you could do is like sigh, and some players drop their head, and coach is like, pick your head up, pick it. No, I promise you, bro. Jamal Murray shots, they do that to you. Now Jimmy Butler on the other end, he's going full attack mode. And the reason why I brought up Jamal Murray here, even though I am almost 100% sure they're going to put Aaron Gordon on Jimmy Butler, is because I know Jimmy Butler is smart. And I know he has a very high basketball IQ. And he's going to be out here fishing for Jamal Murray on offense.
What?
When he is trying to score, he is going to make Jamal Murray play defense. They're going to fish for him, especially if Jimmy Butler got the ball. I promise you, they're gonna put him in every type of defense. They're gonna force him to guard the ball. They're gonna force him to, move. And Jimmy Butler is going to attack every single time. You know what move he's gonna have. You know what he's trying to do. You know what he's gonna get to, and he's going to get to it. And you're not stopping nothing. I mean, the man either gonna shoot the three, which he usually doesn't shoot a lot, but if he takes three of them, best believe he's gonna make like two. Or he's gonna get in the basket and get an N1. If he doesn't get an N1, he's gonna go to the free throw line. Somehow, some way, Jimmy Butler is going to find his way to the free throw line. Somehow, some way, he's going to put at least one player on your team in foul trouble, and in this case, the Nuggets team, which can be Jamal Murray, it can be Aaron Gordon, it can be any one of these guys, honestly. Jimmy Butler is a problem for the Nuggets. Now, Jamal Murray, if it's not Jimmy Butler on him, who else can they put on Jamal Murray? Literally nobody. Kyle Lowry. Jamal Murray will cook him. That's going to be easy buckets. Duncan Robinson. Let's talk about that too. I don't think Duncan Robinson is going to have that much playtime in this series. His three-point shooting, great, fantastic, fabulous. But his defense, so bad. And that 2-3 zone that Miami runs, I don't think that's going to work against these Nuggets at all. Jokic will eat that zone alive. He would destroy it. Mind you, I'm gonna go through everybody. We haven't even touched the Jokic Bam Adebayo matchup, which in my opinion is the most important matchup of the series. So that 2-3 zone that they try to run to hide Duncan Robinson, it's not gonna work this time. Jamal Murray, he's scoring by any means possible. Jokic is going to eat that zone alive. Aaron Gordon, he's gonna find a way to get into the middle of that zone. KCP, a real ooter. I'm telling you, he's really, bro. You put KCP in that corner with a Jokic pass, he's flocking it. And it's going in. I don't know how the hell he's starting to make his shots in the playoffs, but they're going to go in. Bruce Brown, if he gets the ball, he's running. I promise you that. That man-to-man defense that falls back into a 2-3 zone is not working against the Nuggets. I don't care what you're trying to say, what you're trying to do, it's not happening. These guys are running. These guys are moving around. These guys are better shooters. These guys are not living and dying by the three. But best believe they're going to hit them. They will hit them. And when they do, there's nothing you can do about it. I'm really happy to see how Miami guards the Nuggets. I want to see how they come out and approach the series. And I also wonder how the Nuggets are going to guard the Heat. Are they just going to try to stop Jimmy Butler and force someone else to beat them? How would the Nuggets guard the Heat? Aaron Gordon, very great defender. And he's not really used on offense a lot. So he has a lot of energy to put into guarding Jimmy Butler. In the Celtics series, they didn't really have that. In the Knicks series, they didn't have that neither. Julius Randle, Jaylen Brown, whoever else was guarding Jimmy Butler, they were used on offense. Robert Williams used on offense. Al Horford, we're not even gonna talk about him. That was embarrassing. I don't even know why I mentioned his name. Name should not have been mentioned. He didn't deserve to have his name mentioned at all. But they were used on offense, those defenders. This time, Aaron Gordon is not really used on offense. If he's open, Jokic is gonna get it to him. Jokic is the point center. He will get him the ball if he has a good shot, but he's not going to be used on offense a whole lot. So all his energy is gonna go into guarding Jimmy Butler. Now, can Jimmy Butler put him in foul trouble? Can he force him, to have to adjust to Jimmy Butler instead of Jimmy Butler adjusting to his defense? I don't know. We'll see. Um, the Nuggets can guard the 3 point a lot better. I don't know what the Celtics were doing last series. I mean, they are usually good at that, but the Nuggets can do a lot more. The Nuggets also don't have too many relapses, and they don't sit here and struggle and go 2 quarters without scoring and then randomly have a 17-0 run and then give it all up in the same quarter. No, Nuggets don't do that. They take care of the ball, and even in games where they don't take care of the ball, they play the same way. They're playing high paced with a lot of energy, and they're trying to put the ball in the basket by any means possible. Now, Jokic versus Bam Adebayo. This matchup is the biggest matchup of this series. This matchup right here can make or break the series for either team. If Bam Adebayo is coming out here and he's locking up and he's playing defense and he's also playmaking and he's scoring on the other end, none of these 5 for 16 games this series, okay? These 1 for 5 first halves cannot have them. If he's coming out here and he's balling for real, he's gonna give Jokic a problem. Why? Because Jokic's defense is not the best, and I know that he's gonna, you know, try to abuse that as well. And Jokic against the Lakers, he looked like he was standing his ground. He's gonna stand his ground, but the thing is, his defense is not great no matter what. Nuggets don't have a rim protector. The Heat need to drive the ball to the paint every single time. Drive, 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 drive. Force them to foul. They don't have a rim protector. Their interior defense is not that great neither. Booker was attacking that. KD was attacking that. The reason why I had the Lakers winning, because I thought they were going to attack that because their 3 point shooting is not great, and they didn't. The Heat, in my opinion, they need to attack that. And one way to go about it, give it to Bam Adebayo. Give the ball to Bam Adebayo. Let him cook in the paint. Let him do him. Let him go to work. That's one way you could go about it. Just a lot of driving. On the other end, I don't think Adebayo is going to be able to guard Jokic. I think Jokic is too nice. I think he's too smooth with the ball, and his shot is too. It might be annoying to some people, but it's gonna go in every single time, bro. Like, there's nothing you could do about it. And on top of that, I feel like Jokic just reads the game so much better than anybody on the court from both teams. And his IQ is super high. And he just sees the game from a different point of view from everybody else. So, seeing how he takes, this series and how he, approaches this series and his point of view is going to be very, very interesting. And also, another big factor in this whole thing, the Nuggets have been sitting out for the last 9, 10 days. Will that take effect on them negatively or positively? Will they come out all sloppy because they haven't had a real game in a long time? I know they probably, they didn't just sit there and not have any practices. That's not happening. But are they going to come out sloppy? Are they going to come out more energized than the Heat, more together, more ready than the Heat because they have had all this time to relax? Either way, it's either going to help them or hurt them. Because the Heat just came out of a 7-game series. Are they going to be too tired? Or do these 2 days of rest, give them time and energy to, rejuvenate and come back and face the Nuggets right here in the finals? Has Bam Adebayo, took time to realize what he's going up against? Does he know what he has to do? Jokic is not coming out here, thinking about Bam Adebayo at all. I promise you he's not. The man doesn't even think about his own individual success or trophies. They tell him, Jokic, you've averaged 10 triple doubles this playoff run. You know, you've had the most points in NBA history this playoff run. You did this, you did that. You name him a whole sheet of just accolades and, you know, times of success for him. And I'll tell you, honestly, I don't care. This doesn't mean nothing to me. This is just a way to appreciate my team for being there for me. Somehow, somewhere, I'm telling you, he doesn't care about his own accolades. He does not care about no Bam Adebayo. He's not thinking about him. Anthony Davis, he might have thought about a little bit. But Bam Adebayo, Jokic is not thinking about him. Especially from the last 2 games. He always going 5 for 16 in Game 6 and 1 for 5 in Game 7. Jokic is not worried, bro. I promise you. The Nuggets have a lot of weapons, but they also can be exposed too. Like, for example, Michael Porter Jr. He can't be having these super up games and super down games. No, you have to, if you're going to come out here, you have to come out here and really be on point at all times. Play hard, you know, get rebounds, shoot threes, because the Heat will make the Nuggets feel uncomfortable. Why? They're a lot more scrappy than the Nuggets. And they're going to hustle more. They're going to get up into the Nuggets' bodies, and that can throw the Nuggets off rhythm. Also, Jokic and this entire Nuggets team, they love going back and forth with the ref, and that can give them technicals, throw them a couple, tech fouls, and they're out the game. So the Heat are going to play a whole lot of games within the game. Can the Nuggets withstand that? I don't know. Me personally, I'll be honest with y'all, I got the Nuggets winning this. I'll give it 6 games. Because let's be honest, bro. Another factor I have not mentioned. I would not hold on this too long, but it is a factor. First 2 games are in Denver. Mile High. It's not called the Mile High City for no reason. The altitude there, the Heat, they're not going to be able to play there at a very high level. The Nuggets are going to be way more faster than them, way more agile than them. They're going to look just way better than them here in Denver. So, we'll see. The first 2 games, if Denver can secure them, then I feel like they'll steal one in Miami. If not, if they don't steal one in Miami, in 3 and 4, they're going to steal Game 6 in Miami. But I feel like this series is going to be a 6-game series. If the Nuggets come out sloppy, we'll have a different conversation tomorrow. But today, I got the Nuggets winning this in 6. And with that being said, it's enough of me rambling and chatting. It's time for y'all to let me know, chatting down below. Like, comment, subscribe, and share. This is Real Talk E, and it's time to leave the locker room. I'm going to catch you at my heart's safety.
Irving puts it up. It's good. Kyrie Irving from downtown.
The officials have to review it. And the Lakers win the game. Banks it in. He banks in the 3 to win it. Good.
That's why he's NBA All-Defensive Team. Adebayo, sky high with the block and rejection.
This is for the win. Got it. Wow.
At 7, working against Butler, got down.